Hello, concerning the war in in the Middle East between Israel and Palestine, I want I want to send a strong message to those against what Israel is doing. Listen, nobody, I repeat, no one would tolerate any act of threat to life. No one would tolerate it. No one would take it lightly. Okay, not to talk of the one that has been demonstrated on occasional basis. Okay, the attack against the state of Israel on the 7th of October, which was occasioned and orchestrated by the Hamas terrorist organization, is something that nobody, no nation whatsoever would tolerate. Okay? Let me tell you one thing. You see, there is more to what is happening in Israel now than what it appears to look like. Okay? The war didn't start on the 7th of October. And before then, efforts have been made by both the Israeli authorities and the international community to, to bring peace in that region. But the authorities in charge of Palestine have declined and have resisted efforts being put in place to ensure permanent peace in the area. There's a video I will play for you right now. In that video, you will get to know why what Israel is doing now is justifiable. It is justifiable because Israel has extended hands of fellowship to the Palestinians. But these people are determined. They are determined to destroy Israel. They are determined to destroy Israel. Okay? Just watch this video.
Quote, and collective punishment is against international human rights law. So former President Obama said, quote, if you want to solve the problem, then you have to take in the whole truth. And you then have to admit nobody's hands are clean here, that all of us are complicit to some degree. Is that, in your view, a wake-up call for Democrats? A lot of the international community agrees with him. Do you agree that the Israeli government, as well as the U.S., are part of the problem as well?
Well, I think that the problem predates October 7th, and I think that's what President Obama was talking about, because let's remember, this is a very long and complicated history.
Yeah.
My husband, with the Israeli government at the time in 2000, offered a Palestinian state to the Palestinians, at that time run by Arafat, Yasser Arafat.
The PLO.
And the PLO, the Palestinian Liberation Organization, which, by the way, took out of its charter violence against Israel. So you got to separate the Palestinians who believe that there is some future of peace with Hamas, which believes it has to destroy Israel.
Yeah.
Those are two different organizations, and they have to be viewed in that way. Arafat turned that down. There would have been a Palestinian state now for 23 years if he had not walked away from it. There was another attempt when I was Secretary of State to try to, bring the Palestinians and the Israelis together. That didn't work out. Israel left Gaza in 2005 and forcibly ejected 50,000 Israelis who were living in Gaza. They left all of their infrastructure. They had a big infrastructure of greenhouses where they were supplying fruits, vegetables, flowers, etc. And the Palestinians deserved to have a productive, successful economy in Gaza. Hamas came in and basically destroyed all of that and killed a lot of other Palestinians. So I think when President Obama says that, it requires us to look at the history. And of course, history holds all of us accountable. Yeah. And that is a fair statement. But today, we have to look at where we are. And I believe it's imperative, since we have had numerous ceasefires with Hamas, all of which they have violated, to try finally to dislodge Hamas and allow the Palestinians to have other leadership that will actually once again work for a two-state solution, which should be the outcome that we all hope and pray for.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, it's what's funny. The biggest deal when I think about all of this is, you know, I think about Anwar Sadat. For me, he was a beacon. If you don't know who he was, look him up. He was somebody who felt that there was a better way for everybody to exist in Israel.
Well, but can I say something?
Yes,
Because that's a
please.
really important point. So, you know, Israel and Egypt fought wars. That's part of this complex history that people need to educate ourselves about. And after fighting wars, Sadat went to Israel and made peace with the then current Israeli government. And that ended. That's why you see the current Egyptian government working to try to get supplies into Gaza, to try to get civilians and foreign nationals and wounded people out of Gaza. So there's a working relationship now between Egypt and Israel. Jordan and Israel made a peace agreement. I was there to see that happen. So people should not get hopeless. There is hope, but you have to remove from the scene terrorists like Hamas who don't believe in peace. They don't believe in it for their own people. They are using their own people as shields, and they don't believe that it's possible to do with Israel. Let's try to have people who can lead us to peace.